were getting our static and our kinetic numbers. Okay, and Giacomo, what did you find your average static was? 1.73. And what was your average kinetic? 1.6. Okay, so hopefully your numbers don't need to match theirs, but hopefully you got something similar, and at least the ones I checked, most of the groups are finding this. Static should be higher than kinetic. So the static friction should be larger than the kinetic friction. So which friction force is larger? That is static. So why is this one bigger? Any ideas? Why would you get more to get it started than to keep it moving?
Because you have to move it when it's out of rest.
So, inertia. So the idea is inertia. So you're talking about it's already at rest versus it's already moving.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's at rest, it wants to stay at rest. So you need a larger force to overcome that. If it's in motion, it wants to stay moving, so you don't need as much force to continue it moving, because that is its natural tendency. There's another explanation I'll get to us in a second. So basically, so when it's at rest, it wants to remain there. So you need more force to get started. Okay? So when it's at rest, it wants to remain there, so you need more force to get it going. However, for kinetic friction, when it's moving, God bless you. So when it's moving, it wants to keep moving. So you don't need as much force. It also has to do with the roughness of the surface. So if you let it sit still, those ridges get stuck on each other. And so it's harder to get them out of place. If you've ever been mountain biking before, the faster you go down a hill, the more your bike skips over the ruts and holes and roots, and it's easier to keep going. If you go slow, it gets caught in those easier. It's kind of the same thing. If you get stuck in a hole, it's hard to get out. But if you go faster, you can go over the top of it. So that's a little bit of it too with static. Okay, so that gives you that one. Go ahead and keep going. The surface area should be easy enough to do. The data is sometimes difficult to collect, but basically do the same thing. If you use the wood side, turn it on its other wood side. If you use 500 grams, use 500 grams again. Okay. But go ahead and keep going. I'm going to talk about part 3 in a minute. If you get to part 3 and you get confused, let me know and I'll help you out there.